Hi, it's Baldur1975 and welcome to Baldur's Gate 3 on the Xbox, and today is the first part of my Let's Playthrough series. I'm going to be doing an honor mode as my Bard character Nypsy, which is a recreation of my Bard from my regular D&D games on a Wednesday that I have been playing for about 3 years. This is a straight honor mode playthrough, no mods whatsoever, and I'm not going to allow any cheese that my DM on a Wednesday night would ban, basically. The only modification of class I'm planning to do is to make Shadowheart a cleric of life. I don't like the trickery domain, and it does really nothing for... I mean, I get it for her character, but to be honest, if you're not playing as a life cleric, you're really missing out. I'm going to play as the three girls mostly in this campaign, so I'm going to have Lizelle, Karlach and Shadowheart as the three main characters that I run with on the whole. And I'm also going to do some weird stuff, out of sequence stuff. There's a few interactions that I want to try out. There's a few things I want to do that are slightly off the norm. I'm not going to be picking up Astarion, so if you're a big Astarion fan, this playthrough would probably not be the best for you. However, I am going to go do things like the Grimforge before I do the Goblin Camp, and do the Grimforge before I even mess with the Hag. I'm going to do things out of sequence. There's going to be a lot of weird things happening in weird ways round, and also, like I say, I'm going to play it from the point of view of a D&D player and like not try and game it too much. When it comes to D&D, I know when I play Baldur's Gate I should use way more potions, but I'm a D&D player that probably about 2.5 years ago in the campaign I'm in, I got the Dust of Disappearance item, which can make your whole party vanish. I still haven't used it. We're like 2 levels from the end of the campaign, and I'm still holding on to that, thinking that'd be the right time to use it. But that's just the way I am. I did decide to... I like playing support characters. I have slightly changed it out from my Bard on Wednesday nights, because on Wednesday nights I'm a Bard Wizard. I'm actually going to make her a Bard Sorcerer for this campaign. Similar difference, but I didn't want to cheese it and have Shovel as a Shovel with me all the time, because I constantly do take Shovel, go Wizard just so I can get the scrolls. And the wizard path on Baldur's Gate leads to some cheesing, because you can learn scrolls from anywhere. 1 level in wizard is kind of broken, and 2 levels in wizard, which is what I'm aiming to do with on Wednesday night. Nypsy is currently level 9 bard, level 1 wizard. 1 level off getting my second magic secrets, and my plan is, if we get to level 12, to make the last level wizard. But yeah, so in this campaign I plan to be 2 levels in sorcerer, the rest bard, and just generally support spells, sling some spells out, and let the girls mess things up. I'm going to make Lizelle, I think, will probably be the Polearm Master, and Karlach will be the Berserker with some throwing. So Shadowheart will be the Life Cleric. So pretty standard builds, nothing too spectacular. I'm not looking to cheese things. Tactically wise, there's going to be a lot of like putting stuff to sleep so I can get crits on it all. Putting stuff in hypnotic pattern. That sort of, play. Nothing too tactical beyond I have the high ground, which is probably going to be my standard way of dealing with things, and generally trying to build up and support my party in the best way I can, because that's what I do on a Wednesday night. I'm not going to do a Gloomstalker Astarion, because I've done that and it's very, very powerful and very, very broken. Stealth archery in Baldur's Gate 3 is incredibly powerful, especially combinations that use invisibility and pass without trace can make things just ridiculous, because every time you shoot you take a stealth roll and it gets increasingly more difficult. Pass without trace adds so much to your stealth rolls, and being invisible adds so much to your stealth rolls. It's you just stay invisible, and it's ridiculous. Stealth archers are out, won't be using them, too cheesy. We're gonna, try and do it as honourably as I can, because it's honor mode. I'm not going to try and cheese it. I was tempted to not have the thrower barbarian build, but we'll see how I go, because I feel I'm probably going to need that impact and damage, especially at range, because I am going to be short at range. I'm probably going to have a couple of crossbows and some spell slinging, and that's about it. So we're going to see. It's honor mode, so this could be a very short series, it could be a very long series, I do not know, honestly. Anything can happen when you're playing honor mode. My last honor mode playthrough finished really abruptly in the Wizard's Tower because I chose the wrong dialogue option by accident, started the fight and got absolutely mullered. But then, like I say, I'll be going into the Underdark early, and not quite as high level as I should be for when I go down there, so fights like the Boulette, the Spectator and things like that I expect to be pretty challenging at that level. And yeah, you can tell that I've played through the first level a lot lately. I recently did a video where I played through it 6 or 7 times, doing it different ways with different characters, just to see if you could kill the commander at the end and how much XP he was worth. So I'm very practiced at this. One thing that people always do is they try and mess with that panel before releasing Shadowheart, and I'm like, why? Release Shadowheart, get guidance, makes it easier. It's, we're just doing things a different way around really changes up how Baldur's Gate 3 plays, and that's what this playthrough is going to be about. Doing things in a weird order to unlock things that I haven't seen before, to do things that I haven't experienced, because I've played through the game once already, but this will be, I've never completed it in honor mode. Like I say, I've tried once before and got quite far, but yeah, the Wizard's Tower did me over. So we're going to see if I can complete an honor mode playthrough. I'm expecting it to be pretty difficult. I'm not going to have the strongest of characters. She's not going to be a cheesy Swords Bard's build with loads of things. I'm doing the character I play on Wednesday night, so a fully supportive Lore Bard with lots of skills, able to pass lots of skill checks and cast lots of support spells, but not something that's going to do a lot of damage in combat. Now a quick word from what your views are going towards supporting. So we're going to take a pause to take a quick look at what you guys sponsor. With your guys' views, you help out Big Red Rooster Cockerel Rescue, helping out cocks of all sizes, all shapes, and for the love of the cock, keep watching so we can raise money for this lovely little animal rescue and save birds like my little co-pilot here. So there we go. If you watch these videos, you're going to be helping to support a small local animal rescue in the UK, Big Red Rooster Cockerel Rescue. The link for the Facebook page is on my channel page. And the character I'm playing is actually based on the person who runs that, which is my other half, because she's an angry midget, so I made my character an angry midget. In fact, when I set this character up, when we started playing this campaign, she actually wrote some insults down for me, which I've used as vicious mockery on Wednesday nights. So, that being said, that being done, I did decide to proceed with releasing everyone and preparing for the final fight on the opening level. Now, my playthrough wasn't cursed so far with bad dice, but one thing I did do, which a lot of people don't, is don't release the 2 captives and the 2 people strapped to the chairs until after you've got everyone. Now, you do want to kill them, you don't want to kill them with the machine because you want the XP. It's so dumb, but yeah, you need to be level 2 when you arrive on the beach, because honestly, if you don't, one of those mind burst attacks from the Intellect Devourers can just wipe you out. If they get a lucky crit, that's it. Level 1, just not quite good enough to cut it. And the other thing about doing it this way around is you get guidance off Shadowheart before you address the panel. And so yeah, it just, I like unlocking, I like trying to read the sigils as much as possible, even though I do fail on one of them. And yeah, I'm going to roll with it. That's the way it goes in honor mode. Being I'm going to be a bard doing the job of Astarion and the job of Gale, this is not going to be the easiest to play through, so I'm going to give myself a steep incline there, especially when it comes to disarming traps, because yeah, rogues are better at disarming traps than bards. Who'd have thought? But all in all, this bit with the opening level is just very, very easy. Now the way I plan to do this is I'm going to basically give you the highlights, and not like this level I'm showing you everything, but in future episodes I'm going to cut it down. I'm not going to show you like all the shopping and stuff like that. You know, at certain key points I'd probably go through the leveling and stuff like that, but I'm not going to sit there and show you every single magic item I pick up, everything that I've got. I'm going to show you the highlights, the main fights, and talk through stuff that happens in and around that I don't always show. I've got to work out how to show the camp stuff. Obviously I can't show nudity on YouTube, so I don't know if I'm going to be switching nudity off or just editing those bits slightly. We'll have to see. It is hilarious that, you know, you can't show that on YouTube, but you can certainly record it when you play on Xbox. Didn't somebody get Xbox banned for sharing the clips on his Xbox feed? I'm sure that's the thing that's happened. Or I'm thinking back to when the game got released, there was like a story about that. So yeah, I'm going to be a bit careful about that. At this point, I was debating a few things, because, you know, if you've only got one crossbow, you might as well make it a two-handed crossbow until you get the second hand crossbow. Hand crossbows are not really, you know, that great. Obviously once you've got two of them, they're wonderful, because you can have one in each hand, and then yeah, you kind of action and a bonus action. On the playthrough I'm doing, that we're doing to level 20, I'm making sure I'm doing 2 levels in rogue to get that extra bonus action for maximum crossbow spammage. It's always fun. So caster spells, spam out some. With sorcerer bard, you can quicken spells, and then still, you know, you got spell, quicken spell, other quicken spell. You know, you can have some fun with sorcery points. But yeah, ironically, I did this playthrough after I did those videos showing me doing this level over and over again to kill the commander with the flaming sword, and in all of those runs he dropped the sword the first time I cast command on him. Obviously on this playthrough he's not going to drop the sword on the first command, because, you know, that's just the way things are, that's just the way things work. What do you expect? Now obviously this running through this with a bard is so easy. Any character that has access to sleep makes this run through so easy. It's nothing better than getting crits on everything, because you've, you know, basically rendered it useless. Sleep is the best spell the first few levels in D&D by far, and even later level, if you're focusing on one character and you're casting at a higher level, the amount of hit points it can affect, you can basically have the barbarian walk up, whack someone once, and then suddenly they're susceptible to sleep, because you've brought their hit points down to reach where sleep can get to. So don't underestimate sleep. It's an incredibly overpowered spell, and I would highly recommend it, especially early doors, and like I say, it can be useful late level as well. Now I did kind of mess up here, because I forgot that I made Nypsy pick up the other tank. 3 of them unfortunately put her overweight, so we'll see Nypsy waddling in a moment. But there we go. The first command he survived and managed to keep the sword, which, you know, he tends to put out quite a lot of damage while he's got that sword, but obviously when he's punching he only does 6 hit points a punch, which is a lot better than what he's doing with that sword. Now I am concerned with an on mode playthrough. I am a terror for misclicking, especially when I mean to pick something up and I pick something else up that's nearby, or clicking on the wrong body because I'm too quick, especially that courtyard scene with the flaming fists. I'm forever, like, you know, messing up and touching the wrong things. So there are going to be times, I'm sure there's going to be absolute disasters with me starting fights I don't mean to fight, or getting into trouble with, you know, picking stuff up that I don't mean to. I tell you, Long Strider in the opening room. Long Strider is just a great spell. Not so much on a Wednesday night, you know, when I play D&D normally on a tabletop, it lasts for 1 hour. But having it last to a long rest is so good. I do love what Larian did with spells and ritual spells. The one that really makes me laugh is Aid, because So on a Wednesday night, Aid's A, not a ritual spell, and B, it only works on 3 characters. Because I've been using Aid in our campaign all the time, so there's actually now there's 4 characters now in an NPC. So to put Aid on everyone, including my familiar, I cast it twice, which is 2 of my spell slots gone every day, which is a huge loss. But in Baldur's Gate, it's your whole party, all your summons, is everything gets Aid from one casting is hugely powerful, ridiculously powerful. So there's little things like that they've adjusted, which I kind of like the changes they've made in the most part. And I do like the fact that the big thing with 1 D&D, or the new version of D&D they're bringing out, is going to be the weapon attacks. Like, oh really, you took the idea from Baldur's Gate with flourishes, disarming attacks, and rushing attacks, and different like smash attacks, slam attacks, all those different attacks that you put from Baldur's Gate. Oh, that's your big shake-up. Yeah. In fact, I think after this campaign, I'm actually not going to be playing D&D for a while, because my DM wants to do a different system, the Star Wars roleplay system, but their version of the fantasy system. So moving away from D20 for a bit, which isn't a bad thing. I did decide actually just to bardically inspire the Illithid, because he looked like he needed it. And yeah, it was I thought I'd at least try and give him a kicking on my way out, but I didn't make a concerted effort to kill him. I was a bit like, well, I'm not going to use the resource. I didn't get lucky and get a potion of speed in one of the opening rooms, so I just I won't mess around too much with him. I'm certainly not going to hang in there and super bravely take on the 2 other Cambions that turn up. I am planning to just leg it as soon as possible, get out of there, just generally cause a nuisance, put some damage into the Cambion, but not worry about if I kill it or not. And I think that's the best way of doing it. Now, the format I've got in mind going forward is I'm going to be recording everything and then cutting it down, removing the looting and the silly stuff and the shopping and all the rest of it. Once every few levels, I'll take you through the key builds that I'm using, just to point some things out and look at what magic items I've got on people. And then, I'm not planning to do hour-long episodes, so I'm going to cut it down, show you the highlights, probably aim for about 30-minute episodes. At this level, I'm showing you everything because I'm only doing until I escape the ship for this opening episode, and giving you some of the ideas going forward. Seeing if it's something you want to watch, feel free to join in. If there's any input, if you want me to change up the format or have any ideas, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, all in all, I'm just going to have fun trying to beat it on normal mode, and just seeing how long I last as a bard, because I've got to admit, I've not had the best record with bards when I play D&D on a Wednesday night. I've lost a few over the years, and moving forward in this campaign, I am, I'm not sure that this character is going to be strong enough to get all the way through, but we're going to give it a go, and hopefully with some generally odd tactics and weird combinations, we might just make it through. You never know. Certainly I think the bard support character trying to do both wizard and thief for the party is going to be asking a lot, but I don't mind. It's the way it's going to be. I want to use the 3 girls, and I've already done the whole Gloomstalker rogue thing in my other playthrough. I even did a video about how strong the Gloomstalker is. It is incredibly powerful. But as you can see from Nypsy's stats, I went for 8, 14, 14, 12, 12, 16. Very balanced stats, just so I could really skill junkie her out. make her as rounded as possible with bit of skills and everything. Between being a bard, having lots of skills, lots of expertise, being a law bard, and also having jack of all trades, I think ultimately she's going to be a little toolbox of a character. Now, whether the other characters can help out and do as much as they can do, we'll see. Because ultimately, I'm going to get crits on everything now because everything's unconscious. Sleep is the way forward. And yeah, it's just one of those spells that I really do like using. It's really powerful, but you know, I really shouldn't have done that. But it was a free swipe, worth a go. If I'd have got a crit there, it might have made a difference, but unfortunately not. I think every time you see him woozy or stun, you've got to give it a go. And yeah, I'm hoping that the last hanging out just a little bit longer, because hopefully they'll just put the damage into the Illithid, because the Illithid at this point is not taking much damage. So I'm hoping I just want to knock his hit points down. I'm not expecting to kill him. I've only placed the 3 tanks round. I was just hoping the Illithid would get a big hit there. I want to get out safely more than I want to kill the commander. The thing I'm doing is just allowing just the chance that I can get lucky. You know, if it's worth just chipping away, just hoping that, you know, we may get lucky and be able to kill him. And as you can see, us can ride out the hits from them for a while, and we can stay up on the high ground shooting down, even though it's still only a 50% chance to hit, chipping away a little bit, and yeah, until the Illithids come in the room. Shadowheart can 100% that thing, and obviously not do enough damage, because well done Shadowheart. But yeah, it's a D8, look at a 7. It's not going to happen that often, but us is more than capable of taking out that guy's last few hit points. And yeah, like I say, these guys are going to shoot, rush this turn, not do a lot. And I'm going to think about escaping about now. You know, do I leave it another round? Do I chance it? It's always the risk, especially on honor mode, because those guys can come in and wipe you out very, very quickly. So you know, Nypsy's going to make a dash for the controls. And I am going to give it one more round, just to you know, see if she can just pull off a lucky crit, maybe, or miss. Yeah, you're just leaving the opportunity open for luck, and here I'm deciding, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'll call it quits. I wanted to save 1 tank going forward because I like having 1 in my camp base, and maybe I should have put it out there because 25 damage left. You know, it's close, but I'm now going to get out of here and loot as much as possible. I probably should have done the running up the top bit and looted up high, because there is some items at the top of each walkway, and with Longstrider you can easily get Lizelle and Shadowheart to run all the way around there, while us and Nypsy would take out everything that's asleep and just leave the Illithid to fight the commander until the end. That's generally what we do, but you know, I thought I'd try and be smart, do something different, and again, because of the way it's played out, I'm just gonna do some looting, make sure I pick up as much as possible, because every coin is going to count. Need as much money as possible going into the next phase. And yeah, I'm looking forward to picking this up. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and yeah, let me know if there's anything you want me to do or not do in my playthrough of Baldur's Gate on honor mode with Law Bard and the 3 female characters. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching as we escape the first level.
The Helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time.